I am Roland Johns. I am sim racing.
I'm Wes Fuller, driver of number 35, Stand Up to Cancer Ford. I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Cameron Peterson. I am sim racing.
What's going on? It's Rob Biotti from 4i Racing, driver number 44 Toyota Camry, and I am sim racing.
Hello, I am Christopher Hamilton, and I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Eric Andrews. I am sim racing.
We are sim racing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Core Vintage Cup Series benefiting Stand Up to Cancer. And tonight is a great night. Tonight we are racing the Winston 125. That's right, we're going to be at Talladega and we are running 47 laps tonight. This is a 2.66 mile long track and it is going to be a lot of fun with these 86 cars. You can already hear it a little bit out there, a little bit of bumping and banging. These guys are going to be literally just mashed on that pedal and letting it send. So we'll see how it turns out for everyone. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Plate racing is always a lot of fun to watch, but once again, these cars aren't too much aero dependent. So this is all suspension, a lot of bumping, and a lot of driving. So we should see some good racing out there. Right now, we're just finishing up practice, so we're gonna be jumping over to qualifying. But with that being said, we like to thank our series sponsors for tonight's race. I believe Willie Evernham, Nick Nickerson, and Joker Graphics. Thank you guys for putting up the money for this Vintage Cup Series. And then once again, if anyone is interested in donating to Stand Up to Cancer, hit me up. I'll give you guys the link and point you in the right direction. We're doing it for a good cause. And also, for our broadcast sponsors, that's going to be Critical Hit Bass Lures and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. So if you guys are looking to check them out, go ahead and do that. With that being said, let's go check out some qualifying times. And oh, look at that. Eric Andrews is up and ready to go. Let's jump over to him and see what he does. Eric, you got the spotlight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can see right now he's just pacing out of the apron on the corner, already doing 150 miles an hour. Clears out of the pits. Should reach up to a top speed of roughly, I'd say like 210 before he hits that corner. Let's go ahead and jump into the roll bar. Take a little bit of look on how he's going to handle that. Once again, these guys are going to run the outside line for the first lap, and then you'll see them start dropping in for a more aggressive line once they get those tires nice and warm. All right, this is it, folks. 207 miles an hour, 208, 210, hits the corner. He's going to be dropping down a little low. Nope, looks like he's going to ride that middle line. Looks like he's comfortable there. As we get ready to cross the finish, exiting out of turn 4, an excess of 199 miles an hour. Coming around the corner, boom, dropping his time, and we have... Wait for it to tick over. Should have taken, there we go, 47.200 so far. The fastest lap out there, Nick Nickerson throwing a 47.314. Let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit. What a run. Right there, that was a heater. And Eric Andrews, I believe, has one of the fastest laps out there right now. Let me go ahead and reorder everything. Yep, Eric Andrews, 47.200. Nick Nickerson out there trying to give a rebuttal. Let's go ahead and hop over to him. Oh, Bill Harkins. Woo! 47.139. Bill, you told me you're going to lose tonight. You're going to have to share some of those winnings, all right? I told you a 10% cut goes to me. Bill Harkins with... Oh, look at that. Nick Nickerson and Eric Andrews throwing down some tremendous times. Alan Dobbs out there, 46.802, knocking a couple of those guys off the leaderboard. Let's see if we have Wes Fuller out on the track, see what he's doing. Looks like he's starting his pace right now. Looks like Alan Dobbs, Nick Nickerson are both done with their pacing laps, or with their qualifying laps. So we're looking at Alan Dobbs in first, Nick Nickerson in second. Well, someone can beat their times, throw maybe a 4.6.5 or a little bit fast for them. We'll see. So far, Alan Dobbs, Nick Nickerson, Eric Andrews, Kevin Foster, Matt Crockett, Carl Handwerk, Bill Harkins, Bennett Allen, and Dylan McDonald and Joshua Billiter are our top 10 right now. Still waiting on Terry Condas, Andrew Gunther, Dalton Drummonds, Wes Fuller, Brock Veras, Alan Castle, and Anthony Kieswetter throw down some times. Looks like Dylan McDonald dropping into the 11th slot, David Lohr dropping into 8th, Dalton Drummond's taking 4th, pushing Kevin Foster down. And Wes Fuller coming across the line. Let's see what he can throw out. Wes Fuller with a 4.6.883. Woo! Look at that. Carl Handwerk knocking Alan Dobbs down a notch. That's going to go ahead and go Carl Handwerk, Alan Dobbs, Nick Nickerson, Wes Fuller for the top 4. There we go. That is a little bit of a shakeup out there. Brock Bear is still on the track. Look at him go. Brock Bear is throwing down a 47.129, dropping him in 10th, pushing Bill Harkins down. Bill, man, he had me hoping and dreaming. What happened? See Andrew Gunther out on the track. Looks like he's going to go ahead and wait for everyone to finish. Andrew, being a fast driver in these 87s, you usually see him sitting around 5th place. So we'll see what he does out there. Or he's going to ride in the back and kind of just work his way up. Looks like Terry Condas, Alan Castle, and also Anthony Kieswetter are also doing the same thing. Folgers coffee. Man, I want Folgers now. Thanks, Dave. All right. Looks like everyone is closing up with a little under 4 minutes to go. So with that being said, everyone out there, if you're getting ready for that moment to go grab a snack or get something to drink or use the restroom, now's the time, because we're going to jump right into the driving after that. So take a minute, get yourself ready, and sit down, because I'm definitely going to step up, grab another beer, and get ready to watch some good racing. Because Talladega, 87 cars, 47 laps. We're talking about a lot of fun, and I'm really interested to see how these guys handle the car. We've done a couple longer tracks. We did have just a split of, I think it was like 3 back-to-back short tracks, and now we're jumping straight to super speedway. And this is going to be a big change up for a lot of the guys. The handling is going to completely change, but it's going to be interesting to see some of these guys have to deal with, aero push, and a little bit of like side drafting. I don't think they're going to be able to get away from each other. We saw in the short track that even though you got much of a run out, or you got a pretty good decent run out of there, you could run someone back down in a short distance. And I'm curious to see how these are going to handle it in the sense of a long run. We might see them be able to reel each other back in. If we don't get too many cautions, we're probably going to see some pretty good green flag pitting, but that's going to be up to the drivers and how they handle the course. All right, Kevin Foster out there throwing a time. Honestly, looks like he's on 3 wheels. That front left tire looks like it's lifting just slightly off the ground as he's coming around that corner. 200 miles an hour. Wow. Kevin Foster throwing down a 47.031. Is he going to go for a faster time? Reaching about 210 miles an hour on the back. Oh, nope. It's going to peak out at about 209.5. Run the backside. Drop to probably about 190. Oh, no. Yeah, 199 as the exits of turn 4. That makes sense. Keeps it pretty decently fast. And then, boom, come across the roll section. Back end steps out on him. You can hear it screeching. Keeping the speed through. And we are clear with a... Come on, update it. Let's see what you got. Looks like a 47.031. Andrew Gunther still waiting. 50 seconds to go. Oh, looks like, yep, there we go, getting ready for the grid. All right, so let's wait for it to line up, and we'll go ahead and go through all the cars out there. All right, up in front we have Alan Dobbs in the number 42 running that Wrangler paint scheme. In the number 10, Matt Crockett in the Alpine Star and Liquid Death. Bennett Allen in the number 24 Joker Graphics. Looks like he's blinking out a little bit there. We have Wes Fuller in the number 35 Stamped to Cancer. Nick Nickerson in the number 85 Miller Genuine Draft. Bill Harkins in that beautiful orange paint scheme. Kevin Foster in the number 8 TechNet Professional. Terry Condas in the Citigo number 32. Dalton Drummond's in the number 4 National Guard. Joshua Billiter in the number 3. Eric Andrews in the number 9 Vision paint scheme. That is beautiful new paint scheme there. Love it. Andrew Gunther in the number 59 Wawa. And we have Dylan McDonald running in the number 38 Ghostbusters. Alan Castle in the number 93 Skull Bandit. Anthony Keysweater in that number 34. Looks like we have Carl Handwerk in the number 18 Core Racing paint scheme. And our favorite Canadian from the north, the Oilers fan, Brock Veres in the number 94. And David Lohr, new addition to the racing team in the number 17, running that to-go Folgers. Gotta love Folgers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our field tonight, and it is a big one. So let's see what these guys can do. All right, we have 17 cars out on the track. Up in front, Carl Handwerk, Alan Dobbs right behind him. We have Nick Nickerson and Dalton Drummond's pace car getting ready to drop off. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, pace car tailing off. Ladies and gentlemen, we are green at the Winston 125. Looks like Nick Nickerson trying to step out and get around Carl Handwerk as they come down the back or the front straight into the turn one. Already a little bit of a shamble or a mix-up with a lot of the drivers out there. And there we go. Carl Handwerk, Nick Nickerson moving up first and second right behind him. And we have the number 42. That's going to be Alan Dobbs as he drops in behind him. Dalton Drummond's trying to keep Wes Fuller off his back. Getting ready to cross into turn 3. Everyone's still looking pretty consistent out in the line. Carl Handwerk having Nick Nickerson hot on his tail. We're going 2 wide with Alan Dobbs and Dalton Drummonds. And Nick Nickerson stepping to the outside of Carl Handwerk, getting ready to make a pass on him. We are still looking at a little bit of a 2 wide situation. As these guys are trying to pack up the back of the pack, really fighting for it right now. I wonder what's going on back there. Looks like Nick Nickerson overshot that corner, sending him high towards the wall, but does a good job recovering it. Oh, Alan Dobbs stepping out in front of Nick Nickerson, looking for that run. Oh no, Alan Dobbs losing his back end. That's going to catch Carl Handwerk. Oh no! Oh man. Eric Andrews makes it away clean. 49ers takes the ball home. Let's get over to that critical bass hit lures replay. Any minute now. Oh man, that hurts to watch again, but here we go. We are going live with it. As you can see, Alan Dobbs on the outside of Carl Handwerk. Carl also loses it, diving down the apron, so both guys coming too hot into that corner and lose it. Nick Nickerson gets tossed around like a paper bag, and looks like another driver picking up some damage there. Oof. That is a bummer if I ever had to see one. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our Critical Hit Bass Lures Caution Report, brought to you by 2 drivers out there doing their best. Gonna have getting pinged like no other. I apologize for that. Apparently, I'm popular. All right, let's get back to the live scene and see what's going on. All right, under caution out in front, we have Dalton Drummonds and Eric Andrews. Looks like Dalton dropping in. Same thing with Kevin Foster and a couple of the other drivers. All right, let's go ahead and throw one of the drivers in that accident under the hot seat. We'll go ahead and pull in Carl Handwerk and see how he's doing after that accident and see what he did wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, in the booth with us, one of the guys caught up in that accident, Carl Handwerk in the number 18, getting too low to that apron. Can you explain to us what happened out there?
It was actually even before I got to the apron. The car just gets really loose when it has a car on the outside of it, and I was trying to tell people to give room, but you have a car on the outside of you, it wants to suck that back end around. So it was loose going in, and then the apron actually helped me correct it, but Dalton was kind of right up my rear, as was I think it was Dobbs on the outside, and it just collected everybody, and literally everybody.
Yeah.
So I mean,
no room.
The big one's gonna happen today. We might as well just get it out of the way now.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So it looks like lap 4. We we had the big one, scooped up quite a bit of guys, but that's okay. It happens. I think you guys will figure out that corner. Do you think maybe tires had to play with it, or just definitely just Dega and how it handles?
think it's mainly dig. I don't think it's tires. I mean, it's the first lap. I mean, it could be tires in the sense that they're not warm yet. What they get a little bit better, but it's a mix of the first lap and like I said, a guy on the outside. These cars are really dependent on the aero, and it really kind of throws you around if you're not paying attention. And it was tough. So it is what it is. We'll get her fixed up, use the fast repair, and hopefully keep it clean the rest of the way.
You got it, man. Well, stay safe out there, and hopefully we'll see you on the podium.
Sounds good, buddy.
You got it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get back to some of the driving out there. So, Eric Andrews leading the front of the pack, Joshua Billett right behind him. That's what's up. And Matt Crockett also riding that third place, and then right behind him. Good to see David Laura out there. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if I butcher it tonight. I will get it correct, I promise. And then looks like Dylan McDonald running that cool Ghostbusters theme, also riding in behind these guys. These caution laps are a little long because we're at Dega, so definitely a good time to step out, use the restroom, get some more snacks, and you'll have plenty of time to get back and see some of that action. But good to see Joshua Billiter up there. He's doing took advantage of that caution, get out to the front of the pack. We'll see how he does up out in front. He's been doing better and better each and every single race. I think last time we had him racing up once again with the top 5, got caught up in a pretty bad accident that dropped him back, but definitely he had a huge run and an opportunity to stay up there. Looks like the lights are off, which is good. Let's get ready to go green. No, Paul, that interview is post accident, so you can't get into broadcaster's curse with a post accident interview. Just so you know. It's only pre-accident interviews that give you the broadcaster's curse. Look at those beautiful rear ends. Bill Harkins rocking the scooter. Looks like he took that one to heart. Sorry, Bill, I had to throw it out there. All right, looks like we're getting ready for that restart. Let's go ahead and ride along with Eric Andrews on this restart. We'll do a rear view shot. Nice view of Joshua Billiter there. Looks pretty serious. Hands at 2 and 4, or 2 and 10. 2 and 4, that'd be horrible. All right. And we are green, green, green. Oh, nope, take that back. We are not green yet. There we go. As we cross into turn 1, a lot of guys having to work their way up the field, looking down at the back. Looks like Carl Handwerk trying to get his lap back and get ahead of the leader, but he's going to have to wait for another caution to come out to probably get that pace back around. Joshua Billiter doing a great job staying with Eric Andrews as they are rebuttaling him. Carl Handwerk now has to deal with both those guys trying to run him down. Ooh, looks like we have a little bit of wall contact coming out of that travel section. Oh! I want to say that was Anthony Keysweater and Bennett Allen. Yep. Can see them a mile away. Looks like they're having some issues coming out of that corner. And the caution is out. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Shaggy. What happened? All right. Let's get over to that critical hit bachelors and find out. Oh, that is not good. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sticking along with Dalton Drummond as he's exiting turn 2. Oh, and he just touches the wall. And then decides to do a little bit. Oh, no, goes for a second one. I believe he just beat Tony Hawk. That was a 980? Or a 1080. There we go. Yeah, it looks like he did a 1080 out there. Dalton Drummond's, ooh, looks like he definitely messed up his steering there, so he's going to have to get himself fixed up and out on the track. Luckily, there's plenty of National Guard to do that for him, so he should have an easy time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back to the live scene. That was a critical hit bachelor's caution report. Up in front, Eric Andrews, Joshua Builder, Bill Harkins, Matt Crockett, and the number 42, Alan Dobbs, working his way up into 4th. Check that out. All right, into the pits we have Nick Nickerson, Brock Veras, Bennett Allen, Kevin Foster, and looks like Dalton Drummond's out there. Ben Allen looks like he's taking a full set of 4. Look at that. His fan to cool off his toesies are running pretty decently. I'd probably turn that up another notch. It's pretty hot out there. But definitely you got to keep those feet nice and dry. Don't want to have stinky feet while you're driving. Does not have a good experience. All right, looks like he's pacing out. Everyone else getting back onto the field. Lights are still on, so we got one more lap to go. Oof, that's a rough one. Man, 2 cautions, under 9 laps. If we can get past this, we can get past anything. All right, so our lineup right now for the top 5 is going to be Eric Andrews, Joshua Billiter, Anthony Keysweater, Matt Crockett, and Alan Dobbs. People that are looking to get their lap back is going to be Bill Harkins running the number 11. And it looks like Carl Handwerk also able to get his lap back now in 14th in front of Brock Veras, but Nick Nickerson is also hot on his tail. So we got to see these front pack runners riding in the back, trying to find their position and work their way up. Also, another driver that keep an eye out for is Kevin Foster in the number 8 TechNet, riding behind another fast driver, which is going to be Ben Allen. So we have quite a hot field in the back. We'll have to see what happens. A lot of these guys were caught up in that accident in the beginning, so it's going to definitely change things up, but we'll see how it plays out in the end. Ooh, looks like we are getting some more pits out there. All right, laps are off, or laps are off, lights are off. So we are going to be going green for lap 11. Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's race, Willie Evernham, Nick Nickerson, and Joker Graphics. And for our broadcast sponsors, Critical Hit Bachelors, that bring you those wonderful caution reports, and also Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. Sometimes it just rolls off your tongue. I didn't do my my voice warm-ups. Gotta always do your voice warm-ups. Start off with tongue twisters. Oh man, I really like Eric's ping scheme. That's so awesome. Yeah, let's go inspect that. Look at that. Beautiful vision paint scheme. Number 9. Joker graphics there. We'll do a front and back. Go all around that car. Woo-wee! That is beautiful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Pace car getting ready to drop into the pits. Waiting on Eric Andrews for the restart. And we are green once more. Lap 11. As they come roaring down. Oh, someone's stepping out already. And here we go. Eric Andrews doing a good job leading up in front. Joshua Billiter right behind Bill Harkins as they come out of turn 2. And the fight in the back. Nick Nickerson moving his way up between Dalton Drummond and Terry Condas. We are going to go 3 wide into that corner. Dalton Drummond's dropping back. Nick Nickerson. Oh, Terry Condas getting a little loose at the top of turn 4. Oh, he is trying to keep it straight. Come on, Terry. Get both hands on that wheel. Nice recovery there. I bet you Carl was sweating. He's all, don't go loose, man. Come on. All right, let's go check out in front. Coming across the line, looks like Bill Harkins up in front and Joshua Billiter getting... Oh, Eric Andrews dropped back a couple bit. Joshua Billiter getting... Or, sorry, Bill Harkins getting loose coming out of turn 2. Oh, and we have gone flying. Was that... Who was that? That looks like Anthony Keysweater. Anthony... Wait, green flag's still out. All right, interesting. Not going to question it. All right, up in front, looks like Alan Dobbs getting around Joshua Billiter. Eric Andrews looking for that rebuttal, and Wes Fuller in the fight for the top 4. Pushing the issue. We're going to see a little bit of a 3 wide. Oh, no, he's going to drop out behind. We're going to get 2 wide on that corner, and Dylan McDonald, his back end stepping out on him a little bit. He needs to be careful coming into that corner. Looks like Andrew Gunther dropping off from the pack. Something might have happened. But look at that. Nick Nickerson reeling them back in. Nick in under 2 laps going from the rear to the front with all gear. I was trying to find a good rhyme for that, but I couldn't make it work on the top of my tongue. Top of my head. All right, there we go. And it looks like another 3 wide up in front. Alan Dobbs, Eric Andrews, and Wes Fuller as we get ready to come into turn 1. Alan Dobbs going to go ahead and drop down low, taking the line away from Eric Andrews. Kevin Foster swinging up high, sitting in that 6th place. Alan Dobbs with a nice clean run out of turn 2. Don't know what's going on right now. Oh, my bad. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. A little bit of a camera mix-up. All right, Alan Dobbs on the outside of Eric Andrews. Eric able to catch him up, and he's got Nick Nickerson pushing him for him. Wes Fuller needs to get behind Alan and give him a push, or looks like Nick trying to push the issue of going 3 wide. As we get ready to get into turn 1. Alan Dobbs still in the lead. Wes Fuller right behind him. Nick Nickerson fighting for the right to be up in the top 3. And there we go, coming out of turn 2. Ooh, Terry Conda's on a heater. Slaps that wall. Back to the front of the pack. Wes Fuller getting ready to lead the front. Nick Nickerson dropping in behind him, saying, hey, man, you left the door open. Let me go, too. And coming through the infield camera, Wes Fuller still up in front. Alan Dobbs next to Nick Nickerson. Nick, oh, a little bit of slapping on that wall out there. These guys are jockeying for position, and it looks like Alan Dobbs dropping him behind Nick Nickerson, getting up ahead of him. And the dark horse, the number 18, Carl Handwerk, just came out of nowhere and is now riding for 4th place and trying to gun down the leaders. There we go. Dylan McDonald's trying to stay relevant with these guys. Dropping down into the inside line. That's going to go ahead and close the door on Carl Handwerk a little bit as he's going through. That is one tight pack. Look at that. We're going to go ahead and jump on to Alan Dobbs right now so you guys can get a little bit of in-car camera feel of what's going on out there. As all 6 of these drivers lock in for that run. Look at them go. These guys are doing 208 miles an hour around that corner. That was faster than they're doing in their qualifying. Now that they're in a pack, 210 into that corner. Alan Dobbs draw. These guys are not leaving 200 miles an hour as they whip around this track. That is insane. You can see their back end stepping out pretty heavily as they come around those corners too. All right, top 5 guys: Wes Fuller, Nick Nickerson, Carl Handwerk, Dylan McDonald, and Alan Dobbs. And then right behind him, just trailing off in 6th place, is Joshua Billiter. That's a smart position to be. Oh, look at that. Kevin Foster riding in 7th right behind him, too. And it looks like we're coming up on lap traffic. Anthony Kieswetter with a hungry pack of wolves right behind him. 3 wide out of turn 2. Wes Fuller, Carl Handwerk, and Nick Nickerson holding their lines beautifully. Carl getting the speed out of that corner. As we come into turn 3 right now, looks like Nick Nickerson dropping behind Alan Dobbs. Dylan McDonald sliding up to the top line. Oh my gosh, getting around lap traffic, going 3 wide around the corner. Oh, Wes Fuller getting pushed up to the wall. Can he recover? Good job on Wes, keeping it clean. That is a tough one, especially when you have to get around that. All right, looks like Carl Handwerk, Alan Dobbs, and Nick Nickerson make it away clean. Behind them, Joshua Billiter, Kevin Foster, and Wes Fuller and Dylan McDonald trying to recover the speed they just lost. All right, Josh, I know it's a little frustrating, but you got to get your head in the game. So you touch that apron. Got to let it go. Man, that is pretty frustrating because they were all up there. Those 7 guys fighting for position, and now it looks like Carl Handwerk, Alan Dobbs, and Nick Nickerson are going to make a run for it. If they keep battling it out, though, that will change up the field just a tad bit, and that might prevent or might not prevent those guys from catching up to them. But it looks like they are going to try and dance the 3 wide dance. They're looking for it. Then 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Those guys are also going for it. This is insane. Look at that. packed up, trying to run him down. Eric Andrews also trying to just stay at the edge of their coattails. Like, hey guys, don't forget me. Beautiful driving by a lot of those, by the back of the pack, or the back front pack. As these guys are whipping it around turn 1, you can see it looks like Kevin Foster working his way up. Dylan McDonald also holding that outside line. Wes Fuller right behind him. Oh, and the caution is out. Good Lord of Jesus. Let's go see what happened. Oh boy. I don't like the looks of this one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Keep your eye on the one-handed wonder. Reaching over for another beer. Oh, gets loose out of that middle section. Slaps Bennett Allen and sends it up to the wall. Ooh, caution is out. Luckily, not too much damage was done to any of the other drivers, and looks like he still has his beer intact as he raises his hand. With that being said, that was a critical hit Bass Lures caution report. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, we are lap 23. We are at that pretty much halfway point. It has been a pretty good race so far. Only 3 cautions out there, 23 laps down, 47 to go. Probably going to see less cautions coming out until the very end when we see these guys kind of take off the gloves and go for it. But other than that, hats off to Alan Dobbs holding lead against Nick Nickerson and Carl Handwerk. Both those guys, Carl Handwerk, Nick Nickerson, worked really hard. Same thing with Kevin Foster to work their way up from the rear back up to that front. But this gives a pretty big opportunity to some of those drivers out there. Oh, looks like Bill Harkin's scooter just hooked off to the right. That's a wall, Bill. Dylan McDonald and a lot of those other guys that were working up there trying to stay up with the pack have now had a chance to drop in the, catch back up, hit the pits, pit at the same time, get back out, and give it a second go. They had 7 guys that were not willing to give up for that first place slot, and I think we're going to see that again. So hopefully that plays out well. Yeah, I'd agree with you, Paul. I think Kevin doesn't have really a choice to make to not make that charge. Those guys have been running away, and you kind of got to seize it now. Looks like Dylan McDonald trying to get some more repair done. Trying to get some more repair done. Probably out of faster pairs, so no fresh cars. They got to take a good old hammer and fix some dents there. So we'll see what happens. Maybe some duct tape can smooth that out too. All right, out of the pits, Kevin Foster up in front. Alan Dobbs behind him. Nick Nickerson following in third. Fourth is going to be, looks like, Carl Handwerk, Wes Fuller, and Bennett Allen. 7th going to Joshua Billiter. Oh, looks like he's holding up. Might have exited a little earlier than expected. That's a bummer. Looks like Kevin Foster just wanted to lead the lap. He's going to go ahead and hit the pits. That is a tough call to make, but looks like it was made. Ladies and gentlemen, the lights are off. The lights are off. That means we will be going green this lap. So far, we've seen a really good race between a lot of these drivers up in the front. So, Alan Dobbs, this being his first race with everyone out here on the track, I think he's putting up a great showing. Nick Nickerson and Carl Handwerk, core classic drivers that are always up in the front and driving hard, so definitely can count on them to put up a good show. Also, Wes Fuller coming off a win from last weekend, or sorry, not this weekend, but the following weekend. He won a core race and definitely deserved it. And he's been on his way up to the front. Almost every race you see him in the top 7 and working his way up, unless it's a track that he really doesn't have a handle on. It usually takes a little longer and he'll work his way up to the top 10, but he's been a top 7 racer this whole season, and I definitely can see him in an opportunity to maybe snag another win this week. So we'll have to see how it plays out for him. Right behind him, Bennett Allen, no yoke. This guy literally flew around with a flying yoke. Drove with a flying yoke for almost 4 races in a season. So finally we got him on an actual wheel, so he's doing a little better out there. But I don't know. I think he definitely sent it a little faster when he didn't have that yoke, or when he had that yoke. All right, let's get ready for that restart. And we are green with 26 laps to go. Talladega looks like a little bit of a misshift there with the number 42 is on that restart. Everyone else taking it a little easy as they hit the track. Coming into the back straight, we have the 42 followed up by Nick Nickerson, Carl Handwerk trying to reel them back in. Nick already making a move to step out to his side. Ooh, a little bit of a check there. Nothing both those drivers can't handle. Side by side into turn 3. Nick getting a nose in front of him. Allen dropping in behind him. Carl Handwerk driving the outside line. Probably going to try and send it in a little bit on that exit of turn 4. Trying to keep that speed with him. These 3 drivers are going at it. Oh, look at that. Nick trying to defend it a little bit. Carl, looks like he had some speed, but he had to drop back just a tad bit. The caution is out. Looks like we have a couple drivers diving down into the infield. That does not look good. And I think that is Brock Veres, our Oilers fan. Must have hit some oil slick out there. Let's find out what happened. All right, here we go. Back with the critical hit pass loaders replay. Oh, yep, coming out around that corner. Brock Veres lifts his 2 back tires. That was definitely an oil patch out there. We should get someone to clean that up. The 94 has sent it spinning, and he is back on the track. No damage to him, other than maybe a couple bald spots on his tire. But hey, nothing wrong with being bald. Let's get back to that critical hit pass loaders cars report so we can hit that live replay. Or we can get back to the live scene. Live replay. That was a live replay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Under caution once again, but hey, it happens. Alan Dobbs up in front in the number 42, Nick Nickerson in the 85, riding in second. Third is going to be Carl Handwerk in the number 18. Fourth, going to Wes Fuller in the number 35. Bennett Allen sitting in fifth in number 24 and blinking around. Eric Andrews in the number 9, Vision Paint Scheme, still love it, and sitting in sixth. Seventh is going to be the number 59, Andrew Gunther. Dylan McDonald sitting in eighth in the number 38. Bill Harkins in the number 11. sitting in 9th. Joshua Billiter in 10th. 8th going to Kevin Foster. Or sorry, 11th going to Kevin Foster with the number 8. 12th going to be the number 17 of David Lohr. And Matt Crockett sitting in 13th right now in the number 10. Anthony Keysweater in 14th, the number 34. Dalton Drummond's in 15th with the number 4. Terry Connis in 16th. And Brock Vera is riding up the rear right now in the number 94 and 17th. All right, once again, the top runners are dropping into the pits. This is going to be a little bit of a call. Oh, nope, Kevin Foster also hitting the pits. This is interesting. They only did like one lap. Bennett Allen missing his pit. Question is, who is going to get out ahead? Looks like Alan Dobbs is stop and go. Dylan McDonald right behind him. Bill Harkins. Nick Nickerson sitting in 4th. Bill working his way up to 3rd right now. Probably going to pit the next lap around, but we'll have to see how it plays out. Eric Andrews back out on the track. Kevin Foster rolling out with Andrew Gunther right behind him. Looks like David Lohr and Carl Handwerk rolling out too. Wes Fuller falling in behind. This is definitely going to mix it up a little bit, so we'll have to see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to go 17 laps before we are going to hit that checkered flag. So this is going to be a lot of fun. So far, we've had we had close to a 17 lap run. I think we can achieve that. It's just going to take a little bit of effort on the drivers. Got to keep it clean, keep her on the track, and we'll see what happens. With that being said, once again, I'd like to thank our series sponsors. That's going to be Joker Graphics, Nick Nickerson, and Willie Evernham, and then also for our broadcast sponsors, Critical Hit Bass Lures and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. And to everyone out there that is tuning in tonight, huge shout out and thank you to you guys. I know a lot of friends and family out there. I know these guys really appreciate the support you guys give them. I appreciate the support you guys give me, and I hope we're putting on a good show for you guys, like we do, like we try to do every week. With that being said, don't forget to root for your favorite driver, and even if he doesn't come up in first or in the podium, give him a huge hug and a high five, because these guys are facing some tough competition, and a lot of them, put in a lot of practice and a lot of hours to just to get up there, and it's I want to see every guy have a chance to get the podium. I love underdog stories, but I think a lot of these guys, they aren't really underdogs. They have a lot of talent. Just takes a little bit of time to bring it up. And definitely, we have some really good racers out there. All right, lights are off. All right, looking through the field. Once we hit that back straight, I'll start calling off positions. All right, so Alan Dobbs in first. Second's going to be Dylan McDonald. Third, Bill Harkins. Fourth, Nick Dickerson. Fifth, Eric Andrews. Kevin Foster sitting in sixth. Andrew Gunther in seventh. Dave Lohr in eighth. Ninth, going to Carl Handwerk. 10th, Wes Fuller. Joshua Billiter in 11th, Anthony Keysweater in 12th, Dalton Drummond in 13th. 14th is going to be Matt Crockett, Bennett Allen in 15th, Terry Connis in 16th, and Brock Vera is riding in 17th. All right, last time we saw Alan Dobbs have a little bit of a misshift in that restart. Hopefully we won't see it again. Not entirely sure if it's going to happen, but we'll have to see how the field plays out. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, on the restart. There we go. Alan Dobbs taking off. Oh, Bill Harkins and Nick Nickerson stepping out. Looks like Bill trying to get out of the way, but getting caught up there. All right, coming into the back straight, we have Alan Dobbs, Dylan McDonald, followed up by Eric Andrews, Nick Nickerson, and Kevin Foster. Nick Nickerson looking to make some moves and get up to that front pack, not letting these guys get away from him. Kevin Foster also with the eye for that, and Eric Andrews does not want to let him pass. Up in front, Dylan McDonald, Alan Dobbs holding in tight. Eric Andrews and Nick Nickerson's with the speed. Look at them go. Coming out of turn 4 with a lot of speed under their belt. Uh-oh, Nick Nickerson stuck between the pack, nowhere to go. Nick gets ahead of the pack, now in front of Alan Dobbs. Dylan McDonald, Eric Andrews, and Kevin Foster looking for a line to get past him too. Definitely, that guy had a launch coming out of across that front straight. That was insane. All right, looks like Nick Nickerson up in front, having a little bit of a hard time keeping it down there. Back in, getting a little loose as he touched the apron. Alan Dobbs on his outside, putting the pressure on him as they come across the front. Carl Handwerk and Eric Andrews riding the outside. Kevin Foster, Dylan McDonald on the inside. Still holding it nice and tight. Contact between Alan Dobbs and Dylan McDonald. Nothing happened between them, though. A little bit of a step out, but nothing too crazy. And it looks like we're coming into a 3-wide situation. That's going to be Dylan McDonald, Nick Nickerson, and Alan Dobbs. Oh, nope, take that back. Kevin Foster, Nick Nickerson. Oh, Dylan McDonald getting a little loose, driving up to Alan Dobbs' line. Crossing over both drivers. Alan dropping down, catching Nick Nickerson. Oh, and there we go. The caution is going to be flying out as Nick Nickerson spins around. Ouch. That was a rough one to handle. Those guys almost made it out of there clean. Definitely a lot of speed behind them, and it looks like we scooped up a couple more drivers. Oof. Let's get over that critical hit pass lures caution report. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Coming into turn 3 and 4. We're going to slow it down for you. You can see Dylan McDonald already getting loose, drives his line up. Nick Nickerson does a good job trying to lift and drop down, get out of the way. But him driving up throws Alan off. Alan makes too hard of an adjustment, makes contact, pushes up. Going to go ahead and send those guys for a little bit of a spin. And then Dylan catching Wes Fuller. Wes Fuller then jumps over, catches Carl Handwerk, and boom, we have scooped up 4 drivers that were in the running. Oof. That is a bummer. That, my folks, was a critical hit pass lures caution report. Ladies and gentlemen, the news is in. Kevin Foster sitting in first place, followed up by Alan Dobbs, Joshua Billiter, and Eric Andrews. That's going to be our top 4. And this is going to be interesting. We are... Oh, it looks like Alan... Oh, we're getting a pit by both Kevin Foster, Alan Dobbs, Eric Andrews. Everyone hitting the pits. Wow. They definitely feel the need for hitting those pits. Who is staying out is the question, though. Bennett Allen, Dalton Drummonds, Andrew Gunther, and Anthony Keysweater. A bummer if I ever saw one. All right, coming out of the pits. You can hear those engines roaring. Matt Crockett racing out for 6. Joshua Billiter right behind him, trying to snag that 7th from Kevin Foster. There we go, Josh. Kevin Foster going to have to sit in 8 for 8. 9 for 9 going to Eric Andrews. The odds of that. Terry Conda is coming out right behind him in 10th. Brock Veres, Bill Harkins, Dylan McDonald, Carl Handwerk, Alan Dobbs, Nick Nickerson, and Wes Fuller. Oof. They are sitting and riding in the back of the pack, but they still have time. They're getting close to, let's see, 12 laps to go. That's you're still in the pocket to work your way up the field. We've seen them do it in under 2 laps. Can they do it again? I don't know. We'll have to see how it plays out. With that being said, they do have Andrew Gunther and Anthony Keysweater up there. Bennett Allen, another fast driver. Dalton Drummonds. Dave Lohr, haven't seen him doing too well. He's been kind of just riding around, but keeping it clean, which is important. So, you know, it's not always about being up front. Sometimes it's about keeping your ride as clean as possible and staying alive for the whole race. And I think Dave has been doing a great job of that. Riding in 5th. We've seen him 5th down to 9th. Kind of just floating about, doing his thing. Kind of a little bit of a Kevin Foster move, is at least the way I would look at it. He's just kind of taking his time. But looks like Kevin was being a little aggressive the last time, so we're probably going to see him move up. We'll have to see if Dave's going to pull any cards out of his hat or out of his sleeve and see what happens. Yeah, I don't think they have any faster pairs left, to be honest. I think they are all out. And that is a bummer. I can just see both Nick and Carl going into the pits. Can I have one more faster pair, sir? One more. Please. Oh, yep. Carl hitting the pits again. Looks like he's getting some more damage repaired. Hey, man, they do it to themselves. You driving fast, you riding 3 wide. You don't have to be riding 3 wide. You can let go. You can let the guy pass you. You can get back up there again. We saw Nick and Carl both drive the line all the way up there, and then, you know, someone decides to go 3 wide. You know, it technically is the other person's choice to go 3 wide, but you also have the choice to lift, let them get around you, and then, you know, bring it back to them on the straight. But hey, sometimes you want to run in the front of the pack, and you're going to take that risk, and they did. Paul, if you have this much free time to be chatting over chat, you need to hop up in the broadcast booth so we can have some chit chat back and forth. All right, ladies and gentlemen, lights should be off. Yep, that is correct. Looks like Andrew Gunther and Anthony Keysweater will be our 1-2 to start. Okay, never mind. Family comes first. Even though we are family. The core family. All right, ladies and gentlemen, pace car is off. Now is the time for the green flag to drop. And there we go, 36 laps down. We are 11 to go. Entering into turn 1, Andrew Gunther with a good run. Anthony Keysweater behind him. Bennett Allen with some speed. Ooh, already have a little bit of contact there. Andrew Gunther doing a good job staying up ahead. Bennett Allen making his way around. Dalton Drummond's looking for that gap. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back and see who's running up. Joshua Billiter and Kevin Foster flying through there. Terry Condas. Looks like Kevin Foster and Wes Fuller and a couple of the other drivers bringing up the rear. Bennett with a nice clean run out of turn 4. Trying to reel Andrew Gunther back in. Andrew getting a little loose there coming around that corner. Saw him just hop a little bit. That's one thing about Dega is across that middle section in the front, there's it's actually kind of a little bit of a bump. You get a little loose, and that's why we've seen some of those guys back end kick out pretty heavily. Is they're trying to make too hard of a left-hand turn, and they'll pop up a little bit, and the back end will unhook, and that is a bad situation. All right. Oh, Bennett Allen a little too hot into turn 4. Same thing with Andrew Gunther. That's going to open up a door for Anthony Keysweater and Dalton Drummonds. These guys are leading the pack, getting ready for... Oh, man. And the caution is out. Oh, looks like just across that straight. Who is that? Riding backwards. That looks like Carl Handwerk. That is correct. Let's get over to that critical at Bass Lures caution report. Paul, you called that on the spot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming across the front. Carl gets in front of Wes Fuller. Oh, back end kicks out loose from him. Don't know if... Oh, and he catches air. Look at that. Like a Le Mans car. Just shows the rear end. Skirt goes flying, and he is up, 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 and away. Luckily, he was able to land on all fours and is still alive. That was a critical hit Bass Lures caution report. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, back live. Anthony Keysweater leading the pack. Bennett Allen right behind him. Dalton Drummonds sitting in 3rd. Andrew Gunther in 4th. Kevin Foster in 5th. Joshua Billiter in 6th. Matt Crockett in 7th, and Eric Andrews in 9th. Looks like these guys are trying to catch up to the lead lap. And there we go. Seven laps to go. One more under caution. We're going to drop us off probably with 5 to go, which is going to be a tough one. Bennett Allen deciding to stay out there. That's a good call. Now is not the time to pit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Keysweater, Bennett Allen, Dalton Drummonds, Andrew Gunther, Kevin Foster, and Joshua Billiter are going to round out our top 6. Both Nick Nickerson and Carl Handwerk hitting the pits. Looks like they are having more than a little bit of a hard time out there. It happens. Hey, they might try to bring it back. I don't know how much damage is done to their vehicles. They might have we've seen them drive up the field in under 2 laps. So it is possible. They might be going for the gold. Do I think they can get it? Probably not. But sometimes it doesn't hurt to try. I don't know what you're talking about there, Paul. Kevin and Josh working together out there? Yeah, I think they are working. It's a smart call. Josh has been really consistent, and Kevin is also another consistent driver. So, you know, why not team up 2 consistent drivers, working each other up to the front line? It's a smart move. They do have some fast guys to get around. Bennett Allen, Dalton Drummonds, Anthony Kieswetter, and Andrew Gunther. All those guys, fast drivers. So, a little bit of bobbing and weaving, but they can do it. Lights should be coming off this lap. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Nick Nickerson and Carl Handwerk because they're out on the track. Is that a fresh car that I see? Nope, no, it is not fresh. It is dinged. Same thing with Nick Nickerson. All right. Just kind of curious on what they brought out. Now, speaking in complete truth right now, I think Anthony Kieswetter doesn't entirely have the speed to keep up with Bennett Allen and Dalton. I think both those drivers have been fast today. Anthony has been having a little bit of a hard time, but it looks like he's nailed down some of his corners. So this, I might be, talking out of my rear here, but I think right now Bennett Allen and Dalton Drummonds are going to be the 2 guys to keep an eye on in the top 4. And then if anyone makes a push up to the front, it's going to be Kevin Foster, Joshua Billiter, possibly Matt Crockett and Eric Andrews. Those 2 are also in the sweet spot, sitting in 7th and 8th. But we'll have to see how it plays out. But I'm definitely going to put my chips on Dalton or Bennett. They are younger drivers, but they're fast. So with about 5 laps, or they're going to be 4 laps to go. Definitely a short window, but a good opportunity to get up to the front and take away that first place. Pace car is off. Anthony Kieswetter holding up the line. And we are green. Bennett Allen getting to the back of Anthony Kieswetter. Dalton Drummond's taking that opportunity to step out and get to his side. And there we go. Bennett Allen working the outside. Anthony Kieswetter dropping down. Oh! No, what is going on? Dalton Drummond's getting to the side of Anthony Kieswetter, but maintaining his car there. Andrew Gunther up in front. A little bit of bumping and banging by everyone out there. They are not taking it easy on anyone. Andrew Gunther and Bennett Allen up in front. Alan Dobbs working his way up there, coming out of nowhere. Anthony Kieswetter, Kevin Foster, and Joshua Billiter running down that front stretch. Kevin Foster on 3 tires as he comes around that corner. That is awesome. Joshua Billiter. Oh, contact between Wesley Fuller and Eric Andrews. He's going to drop down, get in front of Matt Crockett. Oh, Eric Andrews getting sideways. Can he recover? Oh, no. He sends it into the wall. 4 laps to go. Caution's out. We are going to be doing a simulated green-white checkered here, I believe. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, if we finish under caution, it's going to be Bennett Allen, Andrew Gunther, and Alan Dobbs. If not, we're going to have a one-lap shootout. This is going to be crazy. I think we're going to have a one-lap shootout, but we'll see how it plays out with the pace car. I have my fingers crossed for a shootout too. I think we're gonna get it. I think. I'm almost 100% sure. As you can look, these cars have seen better days, but they are definitely ready for a fight. If we get that shootout, we're gonna see some bumping and banging like we just saw in that last run. But it might be a little worse, so we'll see what happens. Talladega has claimed many victims tonight. But we still have plenty of drivers out there that are willing to keep pushing on. All right, I'm extremely nervous right now. I think, sorry, I've been a little quiet. I'm trying to process the situation. We have quite an interesting lineup in front. Bennett Allen, Andrew Gunther. We saw both those guys kind of play a little rough. Andrew Gunther threw a block and then kind of had to go up high. But Alan Dobbs and Kevin Foster third and fourth right now. Alan Dobbs working his way up out of nowhere. I did not see him appear. He moved up really fast on that restart. And then Kevin Foster is right on his outside. He's probably going to ride him right behind him. And then we have, looks like a couple of the drivers are dropping back. Oh, looks like we might have a driver that's either out of fuel or engine is blown. Looks like Joshua Biller taking himself out of the race. That's not good. I don't think it's over, man. Lights should be coming off. We might have that one-lap shootout. Yep, and the race is over. Lights are still going. Finishing order is going to be Bennett Allen, Andrew Gunther, and Alan Dobbs. Congratulations, Alan Dobbs, on your first podium for the season and for your first race. That is a bummer for sure. I wanted to see a shootout, but it looks like we are on the final lap, so that is going to do it for everyone out here tonight. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to stay a little bit longer. We're going to do our driver interviews and talk to these drivers, see how they felt about the track, and what they're looking forward to hitting Winston one more time with the Winston 125. Once again, we'll be going back at it, and that's going to be bringing us back to... Sorry, it's going to be the Winston All-Star Race, bringing us to Charlotte, North Carolina. So that's going to be a good run. And we are coming across out of turn 4, getting ready to cross that finish line. We'll go ahead and ride along with Andrew Gunther. Bennett Allen blinks a little bit, so we got to be careful. Oops. And there we go. Across the finish line. It's going to be Bennett Allen, Andrew Gunther, and Alan Dobbs. Way to go, guys. I bet you he is. Let's get him in the booth and find out. What a race tonight. Lots of ups and downs, lots of upsets, but also some pretty cool highlights for a lot of those drivers out there working hard and working their way up the field. Once again, congratulations to the number 24, Bennett Allen, with the first place, and I believe that's his first win of the season. Andrew Gunther, once again, great job taking second place and working his way up the field. Alan Dobbs, congratulations for hitting the podium, and glad to have you here, man. Let's get these guys in here. Ladies and gentlemen, our third place finisher, the number 42, Alan Dobbs, I believe. Is that correct?
That's right.
Okay, just want to make sure I got that right. Welcome to the Core Racing Vintage Cup, and great showing tonight. That was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a rough race. We had a couple little incidents that I'm not proud of, but had a lot of fun. Like I said, I've just started racing with these guys, but every time I do it, I love it.
Yeah, it's Talladega. I don't expect it to be a clean race. It's definitely, it gives a lot of people the room to kind of, drive a little harder than they're used to, especially with these cars. And as we can see, they generate a lot of lift out there. You're coming around some of those corners, and you're actually doing it with 3 tires, especially across the front. And then I think it caught a couple people off guard there, but definitely some great driving by you. I did not see you run up to third place on that last lap. Can you tell me what happened there?
Well, they're kind of they're trying to take it away from me. They're trying to give me a penalty because all the leaders bunched up.
Yeah,
coming through 1 and 2,
okay.
And I had a run, and we're 5 laps to the end. I'm hitting it, so I went below the yellow and past the kerfluffle.
Oh.
So if they want to penalize me for that, that's fine. But like I said, I'm never gonna lift that late in a race when y'all just almost wrecked. I'm going around.
Okay, I could see that. I could see that. We'll have to see what they say, but other than that,
Yeah.
I think you had a great job, or you did a great job this whole race in general. You stayed up in the front. You had a couple 3 wide incidents with a couple of the drivers, but still handled it pretty cleanly, and definitely had the speed to stay up there and race with the front pack.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Thanks to Carl for letting me join up, and for all the guys putting on a good race.
Well, man, do you have anyone you want to shout out?
Just everybody watching. Thanks for everybody that watches the broadcast. You guys, the admins of the league, everybody involved for allowing me to be here.
You got it, man. Well, don't be down on yourself, all right? You did a good job. You're up in 3rd place. Even if they take it away, you're 3rd place in my heart, all right?
All right.
No, but in all honesty, yeah, you drove real hard out there and you did a good job. So definitely a good showing, and I can't wait to see you next week, man.
All right. Appreciate it.
You got it. Have a good week.
You too.
Later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our 2nd place finisher, Andrew Gunther. I feel like we have a little bit of deja vu right now because I've had you in the booth, twice, 3 times already?
Oh, just once. Just
once? Okay. I swear I've had you in the booth before. Oh, man. What a run. You did some good job playing some defense out there. I know it was getting a little rough. You had a couple of the drivers trying to push hard on that last couple of laps, but you did your darndest to kind of stay in front of a little bit and kind of not let them get around you. What was going through your head before we got that caution coming out?
Well, I'm assuming you mean the final caution.
Yes, that's correct.
I was just hoping they wouldn't wreck, so we would finish 1 under green and 2 with me in front. So, otherwise, I was just trying to hold the bottom lane. I think it was like the final time around 1. Yeah, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
He came down to me. Bennett, of course, came down to me. He wasn't exactly clear, but thankfully these things are as heavy as buildings over here, so they're not going to turn easily. But
yeah,
we're any other cars, he's getting turned. But luckily, because with these things, you can handle that.
Yeah, I saw a little of that caution or that contact there, but definitely you guys were able to recover from there. Well, overall, Talladega was a little bit of a brutal track. I know you're kind of running mid to backpack and then found your way up to the front towards the end. If you had to race at Talladega one more time, what would be your strategy again to kind of work your way back up there?
Oh, the plan is when we all started getting that big pack again right before the cautions came out and I stayed out, I was just going to stay at the back of the pack, kind of like what I do when I'm running like fixed series and the regular cars. I was just going to stay in the back of the lead pack and watch them and make my move when the laps wind down.
Yep.
Since the caution came out, I had enough fuel because I pitted earlier with Dalton, Ease, and Bennett. So I had enough fuel, so I stayed out, and it worked out for me. I'll generally stay in the back for most of the run.
You just feel comfortable kind of riding back there and kind of just trying to avoid some of those accidents?
Yeah.
Now, even when riding in the back, how was your tires and fuel holding up for you? Were you still managing it pretty well, or did you find like you...
Yeah,
Go ahead.
It was good. I was all right. I didn't really have any issues. I had one time where I hit the wall.
Yep.
That was when I was up in the lead pack when that happened, and that was a good wake-up call because then I knew like really what the draft does, how much more speed and how much more of a
it's pretty insane.
how much plowing you're gonna encounter. So it was a good learning, and then kind of drifted back. Knew I had to check up a little bit in the turns in the tri-oval when I was in the draft.
Mm-hmm. Well, man, you did a good job out there. Do you have anyone you want to shout out?
No, I actually don't. I'll just shout you out because you do a great job every single week, and I appreciate it.
Aw, thanks, man. Well, you do a good job out on the track, man. Good to have you up in the podium, and can't wait to have you up here again, and I'll see you next week, man.
I'll see you.
You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, our first place finisher, the number 24, Bennett Allen. Welcome to the booth.
Thank you.
Dude, what a run.
I guess you can say that. I had a little bit of issues at the beginning of the race.
Yeah, did you go back to the yoke, or were you staying on your normal race wheel?
I was on my wheel the whole time. I was blinking a lot of the race because I've downloaded a new flight sim.
You gotta quit flying, dude. All right, we're telling you not to. Just come ride with us.
I know, man. Apparently the race is on a protest right now for the restart.
It is. But hey, you guys finished under caution. That's for them to deal afterwards. I'm not gonna worry about it. So still.
Yeah.
Other than that, you and Dalton were going at it for a while, but you guys had some speed behind you. I know it was a little bit hard on some of the corners, and you guys were getting a little loose, compared to some of the other more seasoned drivers. But other than that, you guys had almost the same speed behind your guys' cars as they were. So definitely, you guys knew the lines to drive and had the speed. Just kind of, some of those corners were really kind of biting you guys in the butt as you're coming around.
Yeah, it was just weird. I wrecked him. I forgot what lap it was, and made him blow over. He got a little angry about that. Yeah. And I understand. I was understandable about that, but I put that in the back of my mind, and I made the right call of staying out when that last pit stops, because I knew I had enough gas, and I knew my tires were as worn as everybody else's, so I was just like, all right, I'm gonna stay out and gamble. It worked. I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, no, it was a good call. Kind of ride it out and see what happens. Well, man.
Yeah.
I know you top three guys. You guys all sound all bummed out. Cheer up. Hey, if the admins make a call, they make a call. That's what it is. But in the end of in the scope of things, you're up in the booth with me. Put a smile on. You did a good job out there. Mistakes were made. Everyone made mistakes. No one's perfect. I can even point some stuff out. Those guys were making themselves. Both Carl and Nick pushed some issues where they could have lifted and let someone pass that had a run. So don't sweat any issues out there. It's part of racing. Incidents happen. You can ask everyone out there. I know we get a little everyone gets a little heated during the race, but hindsight's 20/20, and you did a good job. Seriously, you did a good job. Okay, so
yeah, I appreciate it.
Put a smile on. Go celebrate. Do you have anyone you want to shout out?
Yeah, I want to thank Josh Butler for letting me put his company on my car, Joker Graphics. It's really an honor to have that on there. I've never had a sponsor. It's pretty cool. I want to thank all the guys at Core, all the main admins for cheering me up, building me up, telling me how to get better. It's really helped. And, it's kind of a weird experience because my first win is, an iffy one. So let's just see how it goes. If I win, I win. That's amazing. But, I crossed the finish line first race, so that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
I'm really happy about it.
And there's nothing you can do about it in the sense of it happened. You just got to take your licks, and if it doesn't turn out your way, it doesn't turn out your way. If it does, it does. But like I said before, you're up here in the booth. It's my responsibility to talk to the guy that crossed the line first, and you did. Yeah. So be happy you did. If they take away the trophy at the end, at least you had a moment to hold it, all right?
Exactly.
So you shine in that moment of glory, all right? So put a smile on, go celebrate, and I can't wait to see you race. You're going to be out here on Sunday?
I might be. We'll see how it goes. I have school going on, so.
Okay. Well, you tell your teachers that you have a big racing career ahead of you, and you need some time to work on that, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Congratulations on first place for now.
Thank you.
And you have a good evening, all right, man?
All right, you too, man. Thank
you got it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our top three finishers. I know they're all kind of bummed out, but hey, you know what? They crossed the lines. If admins decide to take it away, that's admin's call. But in reality, I'm not going to hold up the show just because of that. We're going to go ahead and interview them. They did a good job out there. And, Alan Dobbs took an opportunity that, he thought, hey, they bunched up. I'm going to step out and make a run for it. So he tried taking an opportunity where he saw it. Andrew Gunther, held his lines and worked it out. And then Bennett Allen, like he said, he got a little rough with a couple of guys and kind of, just is riding it out and crossed the line. So whether or not whatever the race command decides or race control decides, it's up to them. But they cross the line, they get to hold the trophy for now, and if they decide to take it away, they decide to take it away. But other than that, good driving by everyone out there. It was a great race. I know we had a couple cautions. It happens. It's Talladega, and you could see some of those cars were going three tires around that corner. So definitely lifting and a lot of aero lift or aero push. And you saw when Carl got spun, his back end just completely lifted like he was a Le Mans car. So it happens. I enjoyed the race. I hope you guys did too. And with that being said, we're going to have another broadcast tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's going to be the DXR Truck Series, and we're throwing a little bit of a curveball at you guys with these Pro Trucks. We're actually going to be doing a green flag run, no comp caution in the center, and I believe we're going to be doing 26 laps. So these guys are going to have to do a little bit of fuel management and tire management and get these Pro Trucks around that course 26 times on their own accord. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope you guys tune in and check it out. With that being said, thank you to our broadcast sponsors, Critical Hit Bachelors and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems, and also for our season sponsors. That's gonna be Joker Graphics, Nick Nickerson, and William Everham. I hope you guys all enjoyed this race tonight, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.